What's up, y'all? I'm Taurey Henson.
And I'm Darrin Henson, and you're watching and listening to the
In the Groove podcast.
Oh man, we got a beautiful one today. You excited
Such
about
a great
today's
show. Yes. Mostly because I'm so passionate about, what we're going to be discussing today. My business, All Natural Queen, on Instagram, All Natural Queen Boutique, and also your company.
Yeah, God's Billboard T-shirts. You know, this is really exciting because, as you know, we're going to be talking about a few different companies, and this is really a special podcast. And the reason I say it's special is because we're going to be talking about Black businesses and the need for Black businesses to kind of grow, go, and glow together in this country. The Black diaspora is a very creative one. And what we want to do is give you the opportunity to hear about some new companies that you may not have known about, and also to give you a thumbs up on your own. If you're building a company, we're telling you keep going, keep growing,
Definitely.
and then keep glowing, because you got to start. A lot of times people, they're looking for the perfect moment, and there is no perfect moment when it comes to building a brand, right? You just got to start it.
So I would say definitely just getting started. Entrepreneurship is not easy. So if you think, there's a thing that they say, like, you work a 9 to 5. As an entrepreneur, I've learned that you work all the time. You're constantly figuring out ways to brand and market yourself. The newest technologies, how to get just the word out for your company. So get started, and you kind of just learn along the way.
Yeah. When I was a lot younger, a teenager actually, there were things that I saw that I didn't really understand. And one of the things that most people don't know is my Darrin's Dance Crews video. If you have a copy of that DVD or the VHS, if you look at it, we're actually wearing T-shirts that have my face on it. But if you look even closer, it has an RW. That RW is for Rockaware. Jay-Z, Damon Dash made my first shirts because they were promoting Rockaware before it was this huge mega brand. They were promoting it. And so that was one of the ways that they did it. They fused their brand with someone else's brand to make it an even bigger brand.
Incredible. And they gave you that to wear for the actual shoot.
For the actual shoot.
Wow.
Again,
that's so cool.
Those are the clothes that were on the DVD and the cover of Darrin's Dance Grooves. And so shout out to Dame Dash, shout out to Jay-Z, because they definitely, showed me love at the very beginning when I was doing Darrin's Dance Grooves. Check it out. You'll see it. The Rockaware symbol is on my shirt. And so, it's about having a presence in the community. It's about having a presence that's diversified.
Yeah.
Something that everyone wears. And one of the things that I realized and why I went into T-shirts first is everybody wears T-shirts.
Yes. You can dress them up, dress them down all the time. Summertime, wintertime, it doesn't matter. And people really like having something to say with their clothing. I know I really do. And I think that's why the t-shirts sell so well, and people like wearing them because basically you can customize the color. And I know yours have all different sayings that, really resonate with people.
And so what does All Natural Queen, because it has a very interesting spelling, what does All Natural Queen actually represent?
So my company's name is All Natural Queen. It's spelled AUNATUREL. And for me personally, it means authentically natural. And I get a lot of women who message me or call me or email me, and they say, well, I wear weaves, I wear wigs, I'm not natural. And it's not about what you're wearing. It's not about what clothes you have on. It's not about the makeup. It's about none of that. Being a queen, being strong, beautiful, authentic, and natural resonates from in. So if you are confident, you're beautiful. If you decide to dress up and you want to put on all the hair and the eyelashes, you're still beautiful. You're still a queen. If, today you're just wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt, you're still a queen. Being a queen is about your attitude. It's about your actions. It's about how you show up in the world. And that's what I really wanted to spread to women, was that that's what it's about. And anything that, extends from that is just icing on the cake. So authentically natural, just being who you are, who you were created to be, and evolving and changing. And to me, that's a very powerful statement.
So what does it actually say on your shirt?
So my shirt, okay, hold on, I'm gonna stand up. And today I'm wearing the gray one just because gray resonated with me. So it says, I'm a queen, authentic, natural, beautiful, and strong. And for me, I believe that any queen, you know, really possesses and resonates these qualities. Like if you look at a mom, any family member, teachers, pillars in the community, I think all of these queens resonate with these words, and that's why I decided to put them on the t-shirt.
That's beautiful. And so, you know, one of the things that I see in a lot of people is they wear shirts that describe where they are in their life at this time, right?
Yeah, and some of them are kind of crazy.
Yeah, but you know, when we have the opportunity to stretch our imagination, which really to me is the kind of like the thumbprint of creativity, right? Your imagination. Then we can get out of our own ways and suggest to other people, you know, what we're projecting. And, you know, we always try to project our best selves. I think whenever you meet someone, you know, you're meeting the mask that they're projecting at the time of you meeting them. And what a shirt does, it shows you, you know, like some people wear shirts that have, you know, characters on them, cartoon characters on them. Other people wear shirts that have superheroes on them. Other people wear shirts that have positive affirmations on them. Some other people, I remember when French Connection came out, right? They had a shirt that, you know, our brains work a certain way. Have you ever seen those kind of scramble games? It doesn't spell out the word, but it has like letters upside down, but your brain, the way it reads it actually
missing letters, you can actually put it together.
But it just, because we're incredibly genius and smart people, and your brain just does the work.
Does the work of adding those extra letters to read it.
So to me, whenever you read something on someone's shirt, you're actually being programmed. And I think corporations know that.
Oh, definitely.
And so speak to us about what you're saying outside of, you know, the general aspect of it. You know, what are you saying, right? When you look at a crown, that's royalty. What is royalty really meaning to you? What does a queen really mean to you? And what does those words, you know, on the shirt mean? You know, what is authenticity to you? What is beautiful to you? What is natural to you?
So, I mean,
why did you choose those words?
So just off the top, I am is one of the most powerful statements that you can make. I think that these are two very important words when manifesting. That's why it's so important, you guys, not to use negative words when you're saying I am, because your body, your cells, you know, it resonates and it hears that, especially when you're in your brain all day, the way that you talk to yourself. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I'm so stupid, or cut that out, because you don't want to manifest those negative things that you're saying. So the shirt, and it's part of my I Am series, which is really important to me, really kind of enhancing the way that we think. You know, you can look in the mirror and say, you know, I am a queen. I am strong. I am authentic. I am beautiful. And these will go, I think, into your brain and really help you like see yourself that way. Being a queen.
So subconscious programming is what you're saying.
Subconscious programming, but positive. I think the way that you talk to yourself is very important, because you're the only one in your head all day. And I think sometimes we don't really realize the kind of stuff that we're saying. So what I really wanted to get people in the habit of doing, and myself, is to speak positively, those positive I am phrases. You know, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm happy, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. And this was just another way of showcasing that to people. And, you know, my hope is that when people read it, they feel good. They gain a little bit of confidence, and then they realize, yeah, I am strong. I am beautiful. And when you're sharing that with other women, I think that it's powerful, because not only does it say something about you wearing the shirt, but then you're spreading that love and positivity, outward. And that's really important to me.
I think that's beautiful. And I've seen how women respond to you. I see how women show up for you, and I see how you interact with women.
They're incredible.
And one of the things that I see synergistically is that you all communicate from a place of emotion. And, the women are empathetic about your story, you're empathetic about them. And so it helps to create a conversation of empowerment.
Yeah,
And
we're all women. We're all in this together.
Yeah, well, not all of us, but
well, all
the women
who are women.
But it's really beautiful to see how you show up in the world and express yourself to and through them, because so many people are supporting, this line that that you've built. And you got your own labels in there, you've got beautiful packaging. Show us your packaging.
I did, you guys. I worked so hard to really design the label. So I have crew neck. I did some market research, and some women like the crew neck, other women like the V-neck. So I have the V-neck on today. It's just a cute little V-neck. This one is the crew neck. I have black t-shirts with white writing. I have red, I have green, I have purple. This is one of my new favorites because it's like an electric lime green, and it's got the white writing on it. And I think that it's just, color is so powerful, and it's a statement. And I love that about this t-shirt. And I think that's what really resonates with other women, is because it is a statement. And I tell people, you can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can, wear it to bed, you can wear it to the beach. This literally can go anywhere and with any outfit.
Now, I noticed that, it sounds like all ALL, but it's written AU. Where did that come from?
Authentically. So
Nice.
For the AU, it was just, my creative spin on something. I thought, people would look at that and go, oh, okay, I can see that it's all natural, but it's spelled differently. That's distinctive. That's different. But really authentically natural. And that's just being the person that you are, showing up for yourself, having confidence in yourself, and really just working towards being the best person that you can be.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. That's beautiful. So it sounds to me like, the brand itself is really geared towards having people recognize themselves and see themselves and becoming more of who they really are. A lot of times, I think in society, people, because we see and we hear so much, we're
so inundated on a daily basis.
Yeah, we lose ourselves, and we forget what God sounds like. We forget the voice of God, because there's so much other noise out there. It's so much colorful, loud noise out there, that in order to hear properly again, we have to still ourselves and be silent, right? There's so
many distractions.
Yeah, there's so much to hear in silence. That's great. That's beautiful. And again, because I know I see you and your team, those really wonderful ladies that you work with that are packaging and shipping and sending stuff out. So shout out to your team at All Natural Tea. It's really beautiful. I'm very proud of you.
I love my people, and thank you to everyone.
All Natural Queen. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who supported, and
you're my All Natural
keep
Tea.
It going.
Yeah.
So, God's Billboard T-shirt, and you've been in business 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, but I mean, even before that, I want to talk about that later. I want to talk about another business that I think is really important to people, especially because credit is everything. You can't get a new car unless you walk up there and do cash,
Yeah.
If you're blessed enough, or buy a house without good credit. Shoot, you can't even get a job sometimes. This is the interesting thing that juxtaposes it. Having bad credit will stop you from getting a job, but you can't
have credit cards
without having a job to pay off your credit cards, right?
But what's so crazy is that debt allows you more credit.
Yeah, it's incredible to me.
It's a game.
It's the way it's made. So I want to bring to the attention, I know all of you out there, like probably 95% of you have credit issues in some way, fashion, or form. So I want to tell you about a man who's doing incredible work. His name is James Hunt. On Instagram, it is Who is James Hunt? I'm going to say that again. Who is James Hunt?
All one word.
He is a credit specialist. Okay. And when I say specialist, meaning he knows the in and out of credit repair. And not only that, but he's helped some of the biggest and brightest stars in the entertainment industry, from movies to film. I guess that's the same thing, but film, the record industry, the athletes. I mean, everybody that you could possibly think of, this man in some form of fashion has helped them to getting some of the things that they wanted. And some of these people, a lot of them, if not all of them, are 7-figure income people, but they had bad credit. Mr. James Hunt is the individual they called upon to assist them into cleaning up their credit. Again, on Instagram, Who is James Hunt? I want you guys to look him up, follow him, send him a DM, ask him to assist you if you need this, because you do need him. Because if you have a dream home, if you have a dream car, or if you have a dream business that you want to start, he's probably, most likely, definitely able to help you. So find out who this man is, do your due diligence, and look him up and get on cleaning up your credit today.
It's important.
Yeah, it's so incredibly important. And I had no idea when I went to him. It was incredible because when I found out everybody who he helped, and I'm talking about, I mean, some of these people have 8 figures. I'm not going to call out any names, but a few of them are 8-figure income people that needed him. I don't know why they needed him, but clearly they did, which is why they called upon him.
Well, stuff stays on your credit for so long, which is why it's, when you're younger, I don't think that people realize, like, a credit card that you had or a loan that you didn't pay back or everything goes on your credit report, and anybody can pull this credit report and, make a lot of big decisions based on, whether or not, like you said, buy a house, a car,
no doubt,
a business loan, anything like that.
It's amazing how important credit has become in this world, and how difficult it is, which it shouldn't be. And it's really not when you know the right people to clean up your credit.
Yeah. Credit literacy is, at this point, like a highly prized skill set.
Say that again.
Credit literacy is a highly prized skill set.
Credit literacy. I love that. I've never even heard that term before. You need to trademark that. But it's true. You need credit literacy, because without it, you're stuck. You almost can't move without it. You can't get those things that you desire without it. And I mean, literally, America is a debt. Look, let's talk about this. This is so interesting. I got to bring this guy up because you guys, you have one in your purse, you have one in your wallet right now. So do you remember when they first started issuing out this plastic, they called it
debt cards.
They spelled it DEBT. They said debit. That sounds like an old episode of Bill Cosby's Fat Albert. Debit, right? And I was like, DEBT spells debt. But they got people to say it was called a debit card.
Yeah.
Debit? It's like, come on. It spells debt. And that's exactly what it is. Yeah. If you use it at another bank, they charge you a commission for using that debt card, right, in another bank. If you ask for cash back, they ask you, is it okay if we charge you 50 cents or $1? It's a debt card. Mm-hmm. It's causing and creating debt. Stop saying debit. There's no such word as debit.
And this is such a plastic use society. you're paying extra to use it because of processing fees.
Correct.
So, and a lot of people don't know that, but
yeah, people, you're actually paying more. It's like they call it the convenience fee.
Yeah.
Right? Convenience.
Those conveniences add up.
Yeah. So I get to use my debt card, right? Where I keep the money in my bank institution, not my bank institution, but their bank institution. And then now I want to use it. So you take my money, you invest my money immediately, but you charge me a fee for using the money that I keep in your bank that you're actually using to make more money from my money. Got it. Right? It's a debt card. It's not a debit card. Stop saying debit. It's debt. DEBT spells debt. There you go. You're welcome.
It's so funny because there used to be a time where people actually would go to the bank and pull out money to use for their day-to-day purchases, their weekly purchases. And, when you use cash, I think that you're more aware of everything that you're spending on and how much you're spending, rather than swipe. And then, oh my God, I've spent $200, especially if you're running errands or buying gas on a daily basis or food. So, if you are working on your credit, I would say just start pulling out money and keeping better track of how you spend it.
Awesome. So there's, clearly on the West Coast, it's a different time on the East Coast, but we just got some information about an East Coast visual artistic event space where people are doing, I'm so excited when I go to Georgia, when we go to Georgia, to go shoot there. But there's an event space called VS1ATL. Again, VS1ATL. And it's a new space. All you people who love Instagram, all you Instagram models out there, all you actors out there that need a space to actually shoot your pictures, your video, your creative ideas, maybe even a segment on a television show. VS1ATL is an amazing, beautiful studio that you can do it in. And I saw the pictures when when they sent the pictures in. I said, "Wow!" and I fell in love with it already. So when we go to Georgia, we definitely have to shoot there.
They have photographers, videographers. They've got everything that you could possibly need. And then if you have any creative ideas, like they're down to do it. So. Yeah. It's a great spot to get your photos done, videos done, anything.
I'm excited to shoot there. So VS1ATL, look them up. And again, they have everybody that you need in there. So if you don't bring your own people, you can hire one of them. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, again, we're talking about Black-owned businesses today. So I'm going to talk about my clothing company, which is called God's Billboard T-shirts, because I believe in being a billboard for God. Now, unfortunately, this came out of a very unfortunate situation. A family member of mine, their family member, right? So you know how they say distant relative. So a distant relative of mine a couple of years ago during the top of COVID, unfortunately committed suicide. And she was still relatively very, very young, in her early 20s. And she was going through depression. She was going through some fights that she was fighting with in her life. And unfortunately, she took her life. And clearly, after somebody does something like that, there's nothing that we can do anything about it. We feel sad, and it's unfortunate and sometimes upset and angry. And, I just prayed and I thought, I've got to do something about this. Now, I know I can't be everywhere at one time, but T-shirts can be everywhere. And so I woke up the next morning. Actually, I didn't wake up. Wakes are associated to death. So I say I rose up like the sun. I rise, which is why I say grand rising.
Yes.
Right? I don't say I woke up, right? I say I rose up.
And he literally rises up with the sun.
I'm a sun man, and the energy of the sun is life. And when the sun is up, I get up. So I rise with the sun. Amen. Amen. Ashe. And so it was put on my heart the next day, the clothing company, which is called God's Billboard T-shirts. And it's a T-shirt company of positive affirmations. And I'm actually wearing one now, okay? It says, I'm already validated by the Most High. I don't need your approval. And one of the reasons that I wrote that slogan is because I said, if she already knew she was already validated, if she wasn't looking for validation from other people, she would still be here. If she wasn't looking for other people to say, you're good enough, she would still be here. So that was the very first slogan that was birthed out of me, right? Because we're all pregnant with thought. And so that was the very first shirt. And I'll show you the packaging when you order them, right? They have the sizes on them. You see the slogan on here, and they're beautifully packaged in a nice plastic. And this next one, which I really love.
It's my favorite one.
This says, I am more than enough, and I approve this message, right? So it's saying that I think enough of myself. I have thought enough of myself. I have done the work, and I approve this message, right? Because I am more than enough, and I know it, right? I am more than enough, and I approve this message. This is one of our best sellers right here. This is size medium. And this one, oh my goodness, I love this so much. So I always say this. Oh, this is another medium.
Yeah.
But we have medium through XX in the shirts. And I know, Taurey, you love this one as well.
Yes.
This message says, I go through it to grow through it to ultimately glow through it.
Sparkles.
Oh my goodness, right?
True.
Y'all could clap it up for that.
It's so true. And I think that when people read that, they go, yeah, because everything that you go through is for a bigger purpose. It's for your growth. And then you can look back and just have learned and grown, and you're just glowing. Like it resonates with me and just so many people. And
we have this shirt in black, of course. We have it in V-necks. We have it in red. We have it in green, pink. So women specifically love this shirt. We go through it to grow through it to glow through it. Also, we have a shirt that says, I am a spiritual warrior, and I fight my battles through prayer. Right? Amen. So many people are in physical disturbances in their body. They're fighting illnesses and things. This shirt says, I'm a spiritual warrior, and I fight my battles through prayer. And the reason that I built that is because everything is energy. So if you look at whatever you're dealing with from an energetic perspective, you'll see the world a completely different way. Everything is energy. The things, the people that you're fighting, it's all energy. Either it's low vibratory frequency. Well, if you're fighting, it already is. And you have to check yourself, because if you're dealing with people who are low frequency and you're fighting with them, guess where you are? You're low frequency now as well. So check yourself first, because it's better to just kind of turn away from it. The greatest answer to a fool is silence, right? Why argue with a fool? You must be a fool as well, right? If you're arguing with someone that you say is foolish.
The Bible says, do not answer a fool in his folly.
Right? So there you go.
Oh.
So, and Godfidence. So I have another shirt that says, you might have confidence, but I have Godfidence. Like that one right there is like,
mic drop.
Right? Your confidence may be cool, but my Godfidence, well, different. It's coming from a whole different perspective. Godfidence, right, is the difference between believing and knowing, right? It's okay to believe. It's good to believe. You got to start there, but then you got to get a place of knowing. To me, knowing is Godfidence, and that's the outstanding part for me. And I say it's outstanding because it stands out. Mm-hmm. So we have the Godfidence, we have the spiritual warrior, we have go through it, grow through it, glow through it. We have the already validated, we have the more than enough. And thank you so much for watching this episode. hearing about these businesses, please patronize them. This is for you. I'm Darrin DeWood Henson.
And I'm Taurey Henson.
And you've been grooved.